I knew 100,000 followers would be a big moment. For 100,000 followers, I popped a bottle of champagne in Ibiza, me and my friend high-five, and like, we've made it. 1 million followers didn't really feel any different. If anything, it felt worse. And
why did it feel worse?
I don't know, I'd just been working towards it for a much longer period of time. And then Luke and I, my manager, we would actually, every time my following grew by 1,000, we'd race each other, be like 967, 968. And if you beat me to it, I'd be like, fuck. But then when we hit 1 million, we stopped doing it because you're not going to say 1,000,001, 1,000,002. Then another thing where in my head, I'd made it so important to hit that mark so that if people land on my page, it's 1 million. I always think how sad it looked at 999 or 998. I also thought, then I need to get it to 1.1 million so I can abuse vegans and not have to worry about it dropping below.
Yeah.
And then every single time it's gone, the amount of happiness is really short-lived. And I kind of get angry with myself because the first time it felt better. Same way that even buying a car recently, I bought my dream car and I sit in it and go, I think I was happier when I bought my first secondhand Golf. Because actually I think as success goes on, the returns and rewards, you hype them up more in your mind and they don't feel quite as you expect when you reach them. So it's really important for people to realize that if you try and get an Uber when it's raining on a Friday afternoon, you get a surcharge of 1.7 and you got to pay it because everyone wants an Uber. But we seem to tell ourselves there's an Uber surcharge on happiness the further we go in life. And it's actually the other way around. It's 1 times when you get it first, then it's 0.9 at the next, then it's 0.7. And I spoke to someone who sold his business for a few hundred million. And I go, what did you do? He goes, I sat in my hotel room on my own, I cracked a beer and ate a pizza. And he kind of sat there and was like, oh.
Everyone I've interviewed on this podcast who sold their business, they're always just like, the founder of Tyrrell's Crisps, who's you've had Tyrrell's Crisps.
Yeah, I told my parents about that as well. I was like, that's a brand though, no?
Yeah. Unreal Crisps. And he's got a great little phrase, which is, when you're in the winner's enclosure, you realise that all the fun was in the race. That there's not one person I've sat here in front of who's sold their business and they've said, and it's that kind of that deflating feeling. When all wins feel the same, what is the sort of antidote to that? Because a lot of people listen to this podcast thinking when I get Waitrose, things will be happy. When I get Sainsbury's, I'll be happy. When I sell it, things will be happy. Like, all wins feel the same. Then what is
the same reward to it? It's the same hormone. It's the same neuroplasticity. It's the same serotonin, dopamine, whatever it is that you're getting. Just because the size of the things and the numbers and the stakes change, it doesn't impact that. Same way that if you watch a sad film, the sadness feels the same in all domains, whether it's The Notebook or something else. When you shed a tear, it's not like you're getting 10 times sadness on one film versus another, maybe some emotional pause. You know, every time you get pissed off driving, it's pretty much the same. The levels of it might change a bit, but ultimately you forget about it the next day. With wins, we just build them up because it's an easy way to motivate ourselves. It's an easy way to say, because even now, I need something to make me miserable so I stay motivated. So one thing at the moment is my mortgage, my parents' mortgage, my sister's mortgage. I kind of see myself in work at the moment that if we were to sell shares in Newtonic or any of the other businesses I have, they would be the first things that I would look to pay off. So I kind of say to myself now, James, you need to work hard or your parents are going to have to downsize. That's kind of the narrative in my mind. But I know the second I pay off my parents' mortgages, my sister's, mine, whatever, there'll come a day I go, cool, what's making me miserable now? What can I have to make me miserable? I know exactly what it'll be. Haven't got enough cars, house isn't big enough. I'll move into a bigger house and then there'll be a fucking leak in the wall. And I'll go, I shouldn't have moved into this fucking big house. What I should have done is got more debt and moved into a bigger one. And I'll probably continue to do that for the rest of my life.
It's almost that links to that sort of barbell strategy. You're trying to find things to get pissed off with or where there's not enough. And that almost is the antidote to this all wins feel the same.
Yeah, it's exactly that, where so much of, but the journey, I know that I'm going to be on this hedonic treadmill nonstop. I know that I'll buy a car that I really want and then I'll get a little bit bored of it. Then I'll get annoyed at myself that I got bored of it. And then this will just continue to happen. But as long as that journey of just constantly being disappointed, motivated, unhappy, satisfied, back to unhappy, as long as that makes lives around me more stress-free, I'm happy to take the stress.
Espressos is sponsored by supply chain software gurus Unleashed. It talks to your e-com and accounting software. It's helped Islands cut admin time in half, get granular clarity on your margins, know where your stock is, don't miss availability. Brands like Candy Kittens, Tiny Rebel, and Trip all use Unleashed, and so should you.